long. He's one of 4 guys playing a new position. Solomon off play action. They start him on the roll into a window, but incomplete. On second down and 10, he gets away from Francis Bernard, directing traffic and back-to-back throwaway. They rush only 4 on 3rd and 10 and still get pressure. Solomon gets rid of it, but Butch Powell shuts it down. Fall. This drive begins with a first run, and it's Nick Wilson getting pulled down by Fred Warner.
It was somewhat of a disappointing season.
They fake to Wilson and throw into traffic, and it's incomplete for the Wildcats. Solomon steps up and throws for a first down and more across the 40. It's Trey Griffey. So first down and 15. Try to get a chunk back with Wilson, who's bounced to the outside, and Fred Warner's there to greet him with some help from Powell. Put him at 1st and 15, then they lose 1. So on 2nd and 16, it's Solomon across his body, completing to the 45. They bring it and get home. Butch Powell gets the sack, and it's 4th down. Wilson gets him some breathing room on a gain of 5. All at the 6. Wilson again, hitting it hard. First down, Arizona. 3 straight carries for Wilson. This one goes nowhere. The NFL with the Ravens, played at BYU. Solomon throwing, perfect strike, complete shy of the 20. Wilson has a first down. And now this first quarter comes to a close.
Rushing attack got better.
Trying to get something going offensively. On 2nd and 7, Solomon keeps and throws. Solomon can't get away. Safe bet, Todd Graham is blitzing as we speak. I knew Solomon avoids pressure and finds Trey Griffey.
They look to throw up go balls to.
Get it in space. Samaje Grant gave him 5, 2nd and 5. Solomon rolls, finds a window in the zone. It's Nate Phillips. Michael Davis hits Phillips right away, and then Powell rallies. 2nd down and 14. Wilson motions out. Solomon with time to step into his throw. That's off of the hands of Phillips. 8 in coverage for BYU. Solomon with tight windows to see through. To the sideline and picked off. That's Francis Bernard.
If you're Anu Solomon, you just can't make. And as he buys time, it's only a 3-man rush. There's 8 in coverage. BYU did a good job of flooding the passing lanes. And Solomon just got too greedy. Bernard does a tremendous job of reading his eyes, extending to be able to get the football. Here's another look. And that's a linebacker. That's a tremendous play. To outstretch like that, have those sorts of hands to make that play.
He's from nearby Chandler, Arizona. As Nick Wilson bounces off initial contact. Defensive side for BYU today. They bring heat in rhythm. Solomon hits his man close to a first down. Solomon steps into a deep ball down the sideline. It's broken up. Play action. Zings it outside. Micah Hanneman jars it loose. True freshman J.J. Taylor with his first career touch, and it goes nowhere. To 2nd and 19 now. Solomon works out of an empty set. He steps up over the middle. He's got Phillips, and Phillips has a first down. Solomon in trouble here and popped. Here comes pressure. Solomon hitting his tight end Josh Kern. On 3rd and 4, edge rusher gets home. It's Francis Bernard, acclimated himself just fine to the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you got to have answers. And Anu Solomon's got to realize they're going to be 1 short. They're bringing 6. You only got 5 to protect yourself. So you got to either get the ball out of your hand or you got to make a guy miss.
You know, the last game Arizona played in this stadium, Solomon took a lot of heat. Arizona backed into its own end zone again. Play action. 1-on-1. Trey Griffey can't pull it in.
Griffey.
On 3rd down and short, Solomon checks it down. It's Griffey for a first down. Up to the 20. Solomon now 12 of 19. On 1st down, Wilson with a flag down. They drive that pile forward. Longest run of the game for the Wildcats. They feed Wilson again. And here is Bradford, stutter stepping and getting drilled. He got a yard. On 3rd and 7, Solomon well protected. It's collapsing, and Kafusi has his first career sack. Only 161 yards of offense for the Wildcats tonight. Solomon slings it out to Phillips in space. He got away from Micah Hanneman. Probably regrets it.
But it hasn't necessarily been good for Solomon as far as his production as a passer.
Francis Bernard had him in his grasp, couldn't get him. So Wilson has it across the 25. On the ground, Wilson not going to get it.
I don't know what that looks like.
Arizona begins from the 25. Solomon rolling, throwing, open man, juggled and held on to by Sean Poindexter.
Good completion by Solomon.
Solomon pressured, floats it off of the fingertips of Poindexter. So on 2nd and 10, Wilson swings out. Solomon steps up, dances his way free. Anu Solomon gets 6 yards, and Harvey Longy pulls him down. 3rd and 4. Only 3 rush. So Solomon has all day. Zips one down the middle for a first down to Tyrell Johnson. First down run play, and he swings it out. Johnson again. He's got great speed. Wilson has a hole and a first down. They blitz it. Those tight ends in there to lead the way for a Wilson touchdown. And here comes Arizona. The former Heisman winner calling the plays for BYU in the background there. Ty Detmer. Nick Wilson tripped up. 2nd and 7. Pressure leaks through. Solomon retreating and throwing it into an empty area. Solomon over the middle. It's picked off by Kai Nakua.
Nakua able to take advantage as Johnson fell down in the process. Nakua, who led the team in interceptions a year ago, had 6. He's a ball hawk back there. Does a nice job of reading the eyes of the quarterback. Very opportunistic.
The 9th interception of his career. He's got 304, and they need a touchdown. His first throw is over the middle and complete to Nate Phillips. From the 44, Wilson swings out. Solomon steps up and takes off, sliding down for a gain of 4.
That comes into play.
Here comes pressure. It's picked up. Solomon scramble drill. Eyes downfield. Samaje Grant with a stiff arm for a short gain. On 3rd and 3. Wilson straight ahead. First down and more. Arizona takes its first lead of the night. See what the Cats go with on the 2-point conversion. They have the timeout to think about it. Solomon pumps left, rolls right, back of the end zone and broken up. And so a field goal would win it for BYU.
Nice play by Powell. And we saw this play actually in walkthrough. Solomon kind of fakes to the left, boots to the right. He does the wise thing. You got to give him a chance. There's no reason to kind of eat that football or throw it away.